follow. Meanwhile, the first phase of vaccinations are already seeing great progress in Yuma County. News 11's Adonis Albright has been following the story. He brings us the latest today.
Several first responders in Yuma County got their first dose of the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine today. Yuma Fire Department personnel assisting in those efforts. The county telling News 11 it has 2,200 vaccines on standby for personnel. It's all part of the first phase of vaccinations that include frontline workers and first responders.
If you are a provider in the community who right now is not, because we're not providing it to the general public yet, but you want to provide vaccines as part of your general practice, it's important for you to go to our webpage and get the link so that you can register as a provider. So as vaccine becomes available and those groups expand to allow for the 1B essential workers and eventually the 1C, that you are already onboarded and ready to go.
After the first phase is complete, the next in line will be essential workers, followed shortly by those considered high risk. During a press conference last week, the Yuma County Public Health District noted the community's response to the vaccine has been relatively positive. Despite the good news, some locals are still on the fence.
I potentially think that it could be something that is not going to be as easy as the other vaccines in the past. I think that it could possibly do more harm than good.
I'm hesitant, and I will certainly be looking forward to more evidence of the success of the vaccine.
While others say although there may be some unknowns, they're willing to give it a shot.
But there's side effects to every drug, and we don't know them all, but I'm still willing to, try it.
One man I spoke with says he has no plans to get vaccinated. He contracted the virus back in August.
Well, the whole thing about the COVID is it's actually a government lie. It's not as bad as people say, and all of the news stories about all the deaths and everything else like that, it's lies. The whole thing is just a lie. It's probably just water.
Medical professionals are urging everyone to get the vaccine as soon as they can, even though it's not mandatory. The county expects the coronavirus vaccine to be available to the general public by spring. It will be at no cost. And for those who are actively sick with the virus,
if you've already contracted the virus, we still recommend you get the vaccine. We don't want you to come in here if you're sick. And the reason we don't want you to do it while you actively have the infection is because we obviously don't want to expose anybody else or our healthcare providers to that virus, particularly even if you're asymptomatic. But if you are aware that you actively have the virus, even if you're not displaying any symptoms, please don't come in. Please wait till you're better, and then you can get your vaccine.
The county says more shipments of the vaccine are expected within the next couple weeks. The plan is to have all frontline workers inoculated by no later than February. Adonis Albright, News 11.